Good morning, everybody. It's Ned over My Philippine Dreams. Today is October 9th, 2019, the first day of the rest of our lives. This video is intended for educational and informative means. Alarming news coming out of the southern Philippines with a report of a British citizen and his Filipino wife being kidnapped from a resort they owned on Mindanao. The original report notes that the incident took place on Friday, October 4th, 2019 at approximately 6:50 p.m. At that time, the couple, Allan and Wilma Hyrons, was ambushed after they had arrived at their own resort, which is located in Tukuran and Zamboanga del Sur. That's on southern Mindanao. I've actually been down there. Police sources note that two of the kidnappers had checked in a day before, apparently waiting for the couple to arrive. A police spokesman was quoted as saying, quote, "They own a lot of properties and businesses, so they are always moving." The suspects waited for the victims to arrive at the resort. Once the couple arrived in their van, more armed men arrived, entered the resort area, and took the couple to the beach, where boats were waiting for them. The two vessels then took off in different directions, and it is not known who was in what boat or if the couple had been separated by the gunmen. Military and police forces were mobilized once the incident was reported, and search efforts are ongoing. They're actually calling it Task Force Hyrons. At this time, it is not known what group, if any, is responsible for the abduction. The area is known to be an operating base for a number of armed groups, including Abu Sayyaf. The latter has been responsible for a good number of suicide bombings, kidnap for cash schemes, and has pledged allegiance to the Islamic State. They're trying to get the caliphate going. Ironically, a trilateral military agreement between Malaysia, the Philippines, and Indonesia has curbed the number of kidnappings there in recent years. Allan Hyrons has lived in the Philippines since 2013, and he and his wife own a number of businesses and properties in that area, as previously noted. Another police official noted, "It's been a while since an incident of kidnapping happened in our area. We are alarmed." All right, sticking out like sore thumbs. Whenever anyone mentions kidnappings or in Mindanao, foreigners living there invariably lash out. They get very upset, claiming that crime there in Mindanao is lower and that they have never had any personal problems in living in the hinterlands of Mindanao. Again, this isn't Davao, this isn't even Cagayan de Oro. This is a pretty isolated area down the southwest coast of Zamboanga and Mindanao. So I get that. I understand that nothing has ever personally happened to them. I also know through personal experience in visiting that particular area that there are very few white foreigners living in the region, and those staying there tend to stick out like sore thumbs. Now, some foreigners actually get a kick out of standing out from the crowd and being stared at like rock stars and all that. Personally, I find it more than a little disconcerting. I'm not a big fan of that sticking out like a sore thumb thing. And when we add in the heightened level of visibility to obvious signs of wealth, businesses, and land, and apparent vulnerability, he didn't have any bodyguards, it looks like, and the security forces at this resort, I guess, weren't working or there. And it would seem that white foreigners there are stacking the deck against themselves. At this point, it looks like this isn't politically motivated and will probably play out as a simple ransom demand. My hopes, my personal hopes, is that it'll be sorted out quickly and Mr. and Mrs. Hyrons will be released unharmed. Again, we have to be aware of our surroundings. We don't want to be standing out. We don't want to have that high level of visibility. You don't want to be showing wealth here in the Philippines. They don't just target foreigners, okay? Keep in mind that a lot of wealthy Filipinos also can be targeted for kidnapping. As a matter of fact, a lot of wealthy Filipinos have bodyguards, dedicated bodyguards, just for that fact. And a lot of really wealthy Filipinos have their own private security forces. All right, so that's a sorry situation down in southern Mindanao. The palace, the government is actually kind of downplaying it right now. And again, I hope it gets sorted out. Until next time, be safe. This is Ned over My Philippine Dreams. Puppies and rainbows, everyone.